Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into something that sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's happening right now and it could completely change how we feed our planet. We're talking about vertical farming. It's a revolution that's literally growing up, not out. So, let's start with a massive question, one that's on a lot of people's minds. How in the world are we going to grow enough food for everyone, but do it using less land, less water, and with a smaller environmental footprint? It's a huge challenge.
And the answer? Well, it's kind of revolutionary in just how simple it sounds. For pretty much all of human history, farming has been about spreading out, right? Across these huge, vast fields. Vertical farming just asks a simple question. What if we looked up instead?
And we're not just talking about a small adjustment here. This could be a whole new chapter in the story of agriculture. Okay, so to really get why this is such a big deal, you have to wrap your head around its incredible efficiency. It's like an engine that's been designed from the ground up to get the absolute most out of every single resource. And the first number that might just blow your mind is this one, 95%. Just let that sink in for a second. What could that possibly refer to when it comes to farming? Water. That's right, we're talking about a 95% reduction in water usage. You see, with a traditional farm, tons of water just evaporates or runs off. It's just gone. But a vertical farm, it's a closed-loop system. Pretty much every single drop is captured and recycled, over and over again. This is a total game changer, especially in places that are getting hit hard by drought. But the efficiency doesn't stop there, not even close. It's also about land. And this is where it gets really clever. By stacking crops layer after layer, you multiply your growing area without needing a single extra acre of land. And the results of all that stacking? You can get up to 10 times the amount of food from the exact same square meter of ground. I mean, just think about what that means for our forests and natural habitats that we won't have to clear for farmland. Okay, so we've established it's super efficient. Great. But what does that actually mean for us, the people who are, eating the food? Well, that brings us to the next massive advantage. The farm is moving into our neighborhoods. Inside a vertical farm, every single day is the perfect day for growing. You're controlling the environment completely, so weather is no longer a factor. No floods, no droughts, no surprise frosts wiping everything out. You just get a steady, reliable harvest 365 days a year. This is the technology that's really powering this whole idea of urban farming, because you don't need huge fields. You can build these things pretty much anywhere. An old, abandoned warehouse? Perfect. On top of a skyscraper? Yup. You can even fit a whole farm inside a shipping container. The point here is, this totally flips our food supply chain on its head. The farm is no longer this distant place, hundreds or thousands of miles away. It can now be right down the street. It could be part of the city itself. And having a farm as your neighbor has some incredible perks. You slash the carbon footprint from all that long-distance shipping. It means the produce you buy was probably picked that morning, not days ago, so it's fresher and more nutritious. You waste less food during transit, and maybe most importantly, you build a stronger, more secure local food supply. All right, I know this all might still sound a little out there, so how does it actually work? Let's peel back the layers and take a look at the high-tech heart beating inside these vertical farms. It's really a combination of a few key innovations. First, you grow plants without any soil, using systems like hydroponics, where the roots get a perfectly balanced, nutrient-rich water solution. Second, you have customized LED lights that act like a programmable sun, giving the plants the exact light recipe they need to thrive. And third, you have AI and sensors monitoring everything 24/7, automatically tweaking the humidity, the nutrients, everything for perfect growth. So let's follow a plant for a second. A seed starts in a little nutrient plug. It gets moved into the big vertical racks under those perfect LED lights. All its food gets delivered through that water system, and the whole time, an AI is basically its personal caretaker, watching over it until the moment it's harvested at the absolute peak of freshness. All right, let's bring it all home. We've seen how it works and what the benefits are. So what does this all mean for the future of our food? When you put it all side by side like this, the contrast is just stark. Across every single important measure, water, land, location, and yield, vertical farming is a radically different approach. It's taking agriculture from this land-hungry, water-intensive thing we do out in the country and turning it into a precise, efficient industry we can do right here in the city. So what does this all boil down to? It's a new kind of food system, a system that's more resilient against climate change, that's more local to us as consumers, and that's just so much more efficient with our planet's precious resources. And that leaves us with this final really big question to think about. As this technology keeps getting better, keeps getting cheaper, are we looking at a future where our giant, sprawling cities could one day actually learn to feed themselves? It's a wild thought. Thanks for watching.